Hi everyone, it's me, Brandy again. I just wanted to give you a little insight as to who I am, where I've been, and a little bit about what makes me me. I was born in Texas, although I say I'm from nowhere, but you'll learn more about that as I explain everywhere I've been. From Texas, we moved to Maine. My dad was military, and while we were in Maine, my little brother was born. He is 2 years younger than me, so there's not much of an age difference, and we get along fairly well now, but we always didn't when we were little. After living in Maine, we moved to England, where my parents divorced and my mom met my dad. From there, my parents had my little sister Jordan, who is now 17 and getting ready to graduate high school. After having Jordan, we moved to Italy, which is probably among my favorite place that I've ever been. I learned a lot about the culture. I learned the language. When we were enrolled in school there, as a part of our curriculum, we had to learn the language of the country. So I spent 2 years learning Italian, which I still speak a little, and I still communicate with friends that we have over there. From Italy, we moved to Alaska. We lived there for several years. We had a lot of fun. My parents are actually looking to retire there in a couple of years. My little sisters, they're twins, were born there in 2001. They're now almost 10. Right after my mom had the twins, literally within a week, we were moving to California. We arrived in California September 10th of 2001, which is a day I will probably never forget because we got there right before the 9/11 terrorist attack. I was supposed to start school on that day and unfortunately couldn't because we weren't even allowed off base. After living in California for several years and graduating from high school in California, my parents had to move to Germany because my dad is still active duty military. They currently live in Germany, and because they were moving, I had to decide what I was going to do, whether I was going to stay in California or whether I was going to live with some family or friends elsewhere in the country. I decided to go ahead and stay in California because that was where my boyfriend at the time lived. And from there, my boyfriend decided that we were going to move to Cheyenne, and I decided to go. I am extremely happy to have moved to Cheyenne. I have had the ability to open my own home daycare. It's not very often that you find somebody that's 25 years old, owns their own home daycare, and is as successful as I am. I think I've told you a lot about my life and what makes me the person that I am today, and I hope you guys have all enjoyed learning a little bit about me.